Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and last night I went out and photographed Matisyahu playing at the Keswick Theater outside of Philadelphia. Now, he invited me out to basically come hang out. Now, of course, I brought my camera because I wanted to take a couple of pictures. So what I did is I took some pictures before the show backstage, very small backstage, and then I took a couple of the show itself, but I really wanted to sit and just enjoy the show, and it was a great show. And then after, I took a couple of candids backstage as well. But when I was going to sit here and edit myself, which is what I normally do, I was like, why don't I just screen flow it so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing when I'm editing the files? So that's what I've done with this video that you're about to see. It's 30 minutes long of me telling you why I selected the images I selected and watching me go through the debate between color versus black and white and how I am editing and tweaking for my style. So go ahead, enjoy this video. All right, so let's get into the editing process. I've already culled them down. So I've selected... let me hit this button because I've starred my top fives. There are 38 of 149. So I didn't shoot a lot. I basically just did behind the scenes, a couple of seconds of the live show, and then I just watched the entire show. But I figured it would be good to share the images with you and me editing. So you know what? I'm going to go through all the images for you and then just talk about why I selected the ones that I selected. So, candid backstage 14 to 24. I really wanted to use the 24 to 70 more because that's the new 24 to 70 VR Nikon. So I didn't think that any of these really grabbed me. Like, yeah, but no. Like, there's nothing that grabs. Remember, these are all raw files or haven't been tweaked yet. They're cool. They're good test shots, but there's no interest to them. That's why I try to get more of the scene in there. Now, that's a coffee drink, and that looks like iced tea. Actually, that is the coffee drink. Yeah, it was some interesting coffee drink they were drinking. That came in those bottles. But see, you see how none of this interests me? Oh, and then this, I was just testing out the VR of the lens because I was shooting at 1/40th of a second. So again, this is going to be a long video because I'm going to take you through the entire process. But then I got to a shot like this. The door is partway open. We have set times up here on the list at the Keswick Theater. We have Matis looking at me while holding a glass and somebody else is sitting there. So that, to me, gets a star, because I want to edit it. There's not a lot of light in his face. Now what I'm going for are multiple people in the frame. Now let me get off the develop module just so we can do this quicker. So I'm looking for interest, and I like this. I like the way the eyes are. I like how there's a powwow going on between the tour manager and the other guy. Plus, you've got the chair, and you've got, it looks like somebody standing over here. You've got, yeah, it is, because look, there's the glass that they're holding. I didn't even notice that. And I'm using the doorways as natural frames. And then I moved over so I could have the whole doorway in there. But then I pick a shot like this. There's discussing going on. And look, I may even cull it down even further when I get to the point of editing. And maybe like this image doesn't work. But I love this. And by the way, his socks say Mazel Tov. And he asked me if I wanted his Mazel socks. I'm like, I don't want your Mazel socks, Matis. Keep your Mazel socks. So I just love this shot. And then we skip a bunch because I'm looking for the image. I'm looking for the shot. I like that one. And that's what you see. See, what I'm doing here is giving you guys a look, a feel about what I'm capturing and what's going through my head. Same thing. There's a lot going on in the scene in this dressing room. You can see how small it is. Like it because of his look. Like that, just wanted to get a little tighter one. But you could see the difference and how much better it is when you show more of the scene. It comes alive. You've got the doors. You've got the, let me turn this off real quick. You've got the doors. You've got everything in it. And then this is just a tighter shot, but I picked it just to have it. Nope. Nah, this one's not that bad, but I think the others are better. There he's just showing some interest, and it's a little wider. Same thing. I liked it. Let's see. Then he's getting ready to walk to the show, so this could be good. Plus, I actually didn't see this when I took it. It's the mirror, and I did remember that for later on. Then he's just getting ready in this other room. And I love these shots because it's so... Look at this. Is this not going to... Are the angles not really cool with the way that the wall and the desk is going this way, and then this wall going this way, and this door going that way, and this frame is leading you in to Matis? This is going to be a really cool shot. I can't wait to edit it. What am I at here? 1/160th of a second. I wish it seemed more tacky or sharp. but I'm at 4,000 ISO, really shitty lighting, and I think that it comes down to when you zoom in 1:1, like I've said before, you're going to see noise and grain, but we're going to get it to tighten up. One of these could actually work. I didn't see that earlier. I don't think it's in focus. That's why it's not in focus. I was having some trouble with that lens in low light getting the VR or something to work. Yeah, none of these are in focus. Nope. That could be close. Yeah, that one it is. So I don't know how it missed all of these, and I don't like this one as much, but it will work. Okay. Boom, boom. And now he's walking down the hallway, and I did this. Look. That's where I did a little motor driving, because I was like, all right, I want to get him walking. Most of it's not tracking at 1/160th of a second, but I'll try out some of those other ones. So when we go to the live show, not much to shoot there, sitting, and he does dance. There is a lot of that's going on, but I've shot plenty of live shows of him, and he asked me to, and oh, by the way, love the 300 f4. Love that I can throw it in my bag and get awesome shots like this that just fill the frame. It's tight, it's sharp, it's awesome. Really happy with that lens. He wanted me to enjoy the show, so he's like, go enjoy the show. Take a couple pictures and enjoy the show. So that's exactly what I did. So maybe I'll pick that one. Not that. I just wanted to see how the 300 would look from all the way in the back. Then after the show, more of the same. Well, not more of the same. Now we've got different action, different things, you know. Just fly on the wall stuff. Just capturing it. And I think these images mean a hell of a lot more than the live show. There I'm playing with the reflection, as you can see. I like this, but I think that's cool. And that's cool because he's not looking at me. Is he looking at me in this one? Yeah. He's making eye contact, which is good. But then I like as it disappears, because now it's like, what is on his mind? That's what we're talking about. And that's it for the images that I selected. So then so this is my process. And then what I go through is now I go to the develop. Again, long video coming, because I'm going to go through and edit these, and you guys can pay attention and watch. You can just enjoy it or not, but you can see my style of how I do this. And again, you formulate your own style for how you want to do your own editing. That's how it works. So I know what I need to do here. So I may not talk as much, but just moving up just a little more than a stop. This is when you start getting more noise, guys, is when you start going up a bunch of stops. But I don't think it's that bad. And I got to determine whether I want this to be this. I kind of like this color, but you can see how low this temperature is. I don't want to go too far because I still want it to be natural. I think that's actually where we started. It's not that bad. A little bit of fill. Let's get the clarity crunching a little bit. Don't do this. Don't be the guy that puts the clarity up to 100 and think that looks good. Low numbers on the clarity. And just a little bit gives you a little bit of tightness. See, you could play with the black levels here. We could pop the fill in a little bit. Little bit. Oh, guys, I forgot to hit the contrast. Didn't forget. I'm just tweaking some things here. And again, a lot of people are like, all you do is tweak the buttons and that makes you a terrible editor. You know what? Editing, this is what editing is. You move sliders to determine what works best. And then when you see it, you know it. I mean, that's the thing with color correction is you know it when you see it, so you need to tweak buttons. But will black and white be better is the question. All right, so what I like to do sometimes is I'll just do this. That's a preset. Not a preset. I'm saving a snapshot. And then I go to town and let's see if the black and white gets too crunchy or not. And then you can determine which you like, you know, black and white or color. So we've got the color, we've got the black and white. Oh, Jesus. This happens all the time. This happens all the time where you're not really sure which one works better, and this is what takes time with your processing. I kind of like the subtleness of the color here. I mean, it's a terrible, ugly, salmon-y color, but I think it's real. I think it's more real. And look, you can right-click and hit Update with current settings so that you don't lose those settings. I don't feel the black and white as much. Oh, God. And I still have, how many more? Another 40, another 39. So a shot like this, I may actually get rid of because I actually don't like it now. And then I just hit 0 and I get rid of it. And these may tweak up a little easier. I don't know that the black and whites really work here. I just think there's something about that color, because it's soft and it gives it this old feel, that may just make it work. Now, I may come back tomorrow and think differently upon this, but that's what happens when you edit. It has to have that subtle yellow, because that is the color that's reflecting and bouncing off the walls and coming from the lights back up here. He's sharp. Modest is sharp. The color gives you this depth, whereas the black and white, it just looks more amateurish for once. And I'm a big fan. You know, I'm a big fan of black and white. There, let's go to 2350. Just pull back on the yellow a little bit. Now, being that this is the same type of shot, and I changed my shutter speed, I could sync it, but it may be a little further off. It's not far off. Not bad. It's possible. Which do we like better this time? I'm just gonna go with that for now. So I'm going to sync this one also to the last one. That's a way that you can get a good starting point for yourself. And I don't have any presets, guys. You see these presets right here? They're just all Lightroom things. Back in the day, I started a sharpening preset. I don't even touch it anymore, so I should probably delete it. I'm not a big fan of preset packs. A lot of people do preset packs that you can buy, but now you're just using somebody else's ideas when you should formulate your own editing style. Your style is your style. There's nothing wrong with it. Just go with it. See, this is pretty subtle. I'm not feeling the black and white for it, for whatever reason. Tighter shot. Let me see. Same exposure? Yeah. So I can sync it again. You see, this does take some time, but I just figured it'd be nice to just share it with you. That is sharp. The hands seem to possibly be a little sharper. But again, look how far in you are zooming. So keep all that in mind. Let's see what 2200 brings us. A little too much. That takes away all of the yellow, and it needs to have it. 2300. I like that, actually. Let's go back to the others and see what 2300 looks like. It's just subtle. It's a subtle change. Actually, don't like it on that one too much. So is there anything different? See, and this is what happens. I actually like this. That looks nice. What's it look like in black and white? Not as good. Get rid of that. We have something similar. Very smiling, but I think the other ones are probably better. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. This one, I'm going to sync it. This one, boom, should be pretty darn close. Just pull back. There, bring the highlights down a little bit. Been playing with the highlight slider a little bit, but you don't want to go too far with that. You see how it starts to make it look fake? So I'm just going to go with that. Boom. I actually like that. And because I like this shot so much more, because we have depth, we got a guy here, a guy here, a guy here, and there's multiple layers, I'm going to leave this one, and I'm going to get rid of this one. I should probably get rid of this one also. I'll keep one. Get rid of that. We'll sync it with this one. Boom. Sync. Oy, 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 oy. That looks terrible. Let's reset that. Remix. This one may not work because all of this light is hitting his head and not much is hitting the ground. And that makes a big difference. You can see the difference in the color. This one's just, I had to pull back. It's a little too magenta-y. Watch this. You don't want to go too far with this because you see how it starts to look fake? You don't want to look like that fake. This picture, not working. Gone. Goodbye. Not going to spend too much time on it. Didn't mean to hit that. Meant to hit that. This one may be tougher. We may do this. Those lights are pretty distracting, but that's what they are. I think I'm going to go with black and white on this one. Pump it. Pump it, pump it. And we're just going to go with it, and we'll review it later. What's he changing shirts? Yeah. Something about the color. There is something about this subtle color as I go to black and white. We'll see if that works or not. Yeah. Just wanted to see what would happen. You need to keep these pretty dark because you got to remember we're in a really old facility, and you got to kind of keep it as normal. Watch, I got to get some more light up in his face. 2300. Yeah, get some of that salmon. Let's do 7, not 17. 7. Boom. Either way you slice it, I think we're just going to have to go with it. I don't think black and white works again. Going to go even lower. Let's see what 2200 brings us. A little closer. Moving on. You can see there's no light in his face here. But I'm going to sync this. We're going to sync the last 3 here. Boom. See how it looks. I don't like this reflection of the light right here. That's not good. See, I wish I had light in his face. Not from a flash, but there is no light coming in. But it doesn't, it's not bad. I could pull back less on that. Do a little bit of this. And this is the process I go through when I'm editing. Ah, God, this is it. I love this shot. Of all the shots I've seen so far, I love the dimension. This is one of my favorites. And I think it has to work in color. It's one of the rare times you're going to hear me say that. But I got to get rid of some of this yellow. Not that much yellow. That's just the color. So what do we have? We've got Converse. The Mazel socks. He's got one shoe here. You've got him. You've got the background. I'm feeling this one. Linear. Too tight. Too much. Let's see. Maybe I'll have to go at that and then do this a little bit. I'm liking this one. Definitely liking this one. The color is what it is. It's just this is the situation. And you can see there's not much light there. So black and white's just not feeling it. I mean, I'm feeling this shot too. But you see the subtle color difference. Boom. Somewhere in between. Like 10. Yeah. Cool. Let's sync it. 1/60th. I gotta sneeze. Phew! Excuse me. Oops, I exposured it over the top. Ooh, yeah, though. Usually I'd be listening to the music of the person I'm editing, but I can't put that online. This could work. Color is cool, but the black and white may actually work in this case. Tighten it up a little bit. So what I'm doing when I'm tweaking is I'm just looking at the image. I want to see what I want to see. And when I see it, I move on. I like the color, but shit. Does this feel like it's one of those watching people playing video games things like PewDiePie? It could be. It really could be, but I hope you enjoy this. Let me know if you do, if you like seeing the entire process. Now, this is obviously exposed poorly, but I can bring it back with the raw file, and I can probably save it. I don't think the black and white's going to work. It's just something about the color in the hallway. We're going to get this. Watch, we're going to get this. I like this for the halo over the head. Or does the black and white work? Can you make the black and white work? See, he's got the halo over the head. Halo. And it's not even that bad grain-wise because I'm at 4,000 ISO and that's zoomed in. You can see how far it is zoomed in over here. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? 2,000? 2,050? Or are we thinking black and white? Color, right? Because of the fire hose and everything. I just think color. I think color's the right fit for here. So so look, this is where it started. Raw file, boom, boom, like right. It's coming to life. We're bringing it to life in the post here. This was just something that happened quick. I rather bring it back after the fact than have the exposure be perfect. I rather get the photo right. Well, I didn't get it that right. Obviously, you can see that I'm off by almost 2 stops. It's one of those things. Some of the photos you just miss because, look, the light was better right down here, but then here he is. But I'm actually liking this photo. The more I look at it. What's in his hand? A juice bottle. All right. Oh, okay, what can we do? Pull back. That's something I didn't do was think about pulling saturation or vibrance back. I don't like doing that too much. I really, really don't. But then that reminds me that you can go back to some of these other images and possibly get rid of, down here in the saturation, orange. See? I can get rid of some of the orange because this is where it's at with 0. There. Just going to smidgen get rid of some of that orange in some of these photos. Oh, but I love these. Look how nice they are. All right. Back to this. I'm digging it. I'm digging it and not black and white. Shit, do I like it in black and white? Hold on. Let's do my thing here. We got that. Let's go to black and white. Did you see? It's like, how guitar players have guitar player face when they're playing. They're like, well, when I'm editing, I'm like, is it gonna work? And then is it gonna work? Oh, I want more black. All right, let's see. There's something about this odd color. It is. There's something about this color. It's interesting because it's ugly, but I think it works. This is okay. Going with the color. This picture, not so much. Not as much. All right, now we got into the live stuff. This, you can see why I didn't shoot a lot of live stuff. It's just not, I knew it wasn't going to be the best of the best in terms of photos just because that's the nature of some of these shows. That's why I love the candid aspect. That's why I focus on the candids as much as possible. I do absolutely love this lens. I own a $6,000 300 2.8, but I don't carry that around with me because it's so damn big and so damn heavy, but it's great for certain things. But this 300 f4 is freaking incredible, and this is even at 6400 ISO at f4 at 1/320th of a second. This is a 300. Look, you don't get much sharper than that. Maybe with the 300 2.8 you would get much sharper, but you don't have the ability to pull this out of the freaking bag. Hold on, look. You pull it out of the bag, and this is a 300 f4. I mean, that just sits in the front pouch of my own personal bag. You can get it at store.fronosphoto.com to get that bag, but Jesus, it just works. Not much needed to be done to this image. Look, there's not even much you can do to this image. It's just so right on. Now, see, you don't want to be this guy. You don't want to be Mr. Highlight guy. It's fine. It's right on point. Good. You're on point. You're on fleek. He's on fleek. Oh, the next one's basically the same. So what I'm going to do here, being that they didn't move far, I think I'm going to sync each one of these so that I can speedily... Why did I pick two of the same? Maybe I didn't mean to do that. So because I have two that are exactly the same, I'm going to go to town on the black and white. Black and white. Black and white. I'm going to town on the black and white. All through the day. I don't like it. See, it doesn't have enough of this. I want more contrast. And I could move into these things, you know, but I don't really mess with it too much. We're going to go and move on. Boom. Nice and sharp. There we go. It works. It's fine. Keep going? You want me to keep going? Leave me a comment. Like this up if you like stuff like this. Please hit the like button or whatever down there just because it lets me know that you like this stuff. Modest told me I can post this stuff too. So what I can do also is I can go back to here. Oh, I don't really have to. Oh, right. Well, this is a different room. So we could do this just to get a starting point. I don't know if my settings are going to be the same. No, I can already see that they're way off. But I can just go like this. Let's see where it started. Oh, yeah, yeah, I like that. I just clapped for myself. I like the color. I like the feel. You feel the density? You feel the thickness of the image? I feel the thickness of the image. And this, once you get it once, then you can go in. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Then I do that, and it's not right. I don't think I like this picture, though. I don't like that picture. Goodbye, picture. And when I say goodbye, I'm not deleting the photo. The photo is just no longer starred. It's still there. Something changed. What's different? 2300. 2300. I want 2374. Let's see how the black and white. I don't know. There's just something about the classicness. It has a very classic-y color feel. I know I keep saying the same thing over and over, but that's just really how I'm feeling. Boom. Let's see the one before. All right. So good. We've got that, which means now I can sync the other ones to this one. Sometimes you just have to redo it. It's a little on the bright side, and it's not Brandon Flowers. I'm Mr. Brightside. I don't like that one. This one I like, so I'll sync it. Yeah. Gonna pull back. It's a little too bright. Now he's closer to the light. Yep. Feeling it. That could be a dilemma too, but I'm just feeling this right now. I'm feeling the color today. Yep, that can sync up perfectly. That may work. I don't know. See, because we have the light in the eyes, I can pull back the exposure slightly. I like that. I like... All right, I'm going to play with that after, but I'm going to leave it in the color. Goodbye. These were the ones I was talking about liking, but let's see if they sync up well. No, it didn't. A little too thick. on the contrast. Resync. We should be pretty close. And a little less contrasty this time. I'm gonna do something here. You could always come back here. Also, I think I'm gonna just stick with this. So what I did is went to the history, because you can go back, you can step backwards in history pretty easily. And there you have it. We're gonna go with that. Let's go through this full frame. Well, let's start back at the beginning, and then I'll turn around and wrap it up. Boom. I like this. I'm feeling this. Steven's just calling. I'll call him right back. Let's tell this story. Let's see how this story looks. Actually, let's do it out of the develop module. That makes it slower sometimes. Boom. Boom. I liked it. See, I love just the feel of like the fly on the wall. I love this. I really like it. It's like you're there, but you're not. Like, they don't know you're there, but they know you're there. And they just go about their way confidently doing what they do. I like the halo above the head. This is actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. The live shots, they're fine. They're just basic live shots. And then the post-show. I mean, I didn't spend a lot of time shooting. He wanted me to enjoy the show, and I enjoyed the show. It was a great show. He sounds better than I can remember. Sounds great doing the shows right now. And that's it. And that's where it ends up. So I'm going to turn around and call it a day. So there you have it. You got to watch me edit the photos, the keepers, from the show. Now you can go ahead and download some of the raw files and see all of the full res JPEGs over on the website. And all I ever ask is that these are for personal use only. Don't try to sell them. Don't put them in your portfolio and try to call them your own. Anywhere that you post them, please make sure that I am tagged or that it says photo credit, Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. That's what I'm looking for. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see more videos like this, please leave comments down below so that I know that you like watching these longer editing style videos. But I like doing them because I'm going to edit my photos anyway. I might as well share the experience with you guys so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So that is where I'll leave it. Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.